Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler for you series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink the stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that I'm doing this, folks. I'm not going to lie. Excuse me. I didn't even know that this existed. I literally was on my way to checkout, and I just found it. It was literally right next to the checkout stand. So, any opportunity for a review. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer out about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. And yes, that's absolutely the case. I went over there, got off work a little while ago, and I decided to stop off at 7-Eleven, see if they had any snacks, anything, just quick bullshit stuff. Because it's like, I'm just going home, man. I'm done. So... But I always try to kind of, keep my head on a swivel, look around for stuff that I could potentially review for the show. And I just got through reviewing some Boom Welch's grape-flavored Ghost Energy. Go look up that review if you're interested. But, like I said, literally as I was at the checkout thing, they just had a little tiny display right next to where I was checking out, and I saw the thing, and I was like, yeah, sure. So what is it? What am I reviewing for you, folks? Well, it happens to be Boom! It's Bobo's PB&Js Grape. Soft baked peanut butter oat crust with grape filling. I guess it's a cookie. Yes? Alright, and it's got a thing on the back. Since 2003, our Colorado bakery has dreamed up yummy oat bar recipe. I guess it's an oat bar then? Recipes using wholesome, simple ingredients. One day we thought, what if we reimagine the traditional peanut butter and jelly sandwich? It's been done, but sure. Bobos could make one that isn't messy and easy to take anywhere. Isn't that an Uncrustable? Alright, and we'll replace it with the bread and totally gluten-free, nutrient-dense PB and oat crust. Yeah, alright. They got their oat thing spin on it. Alright, let's get a thing for the thing here real quick. It looks like... Can we get a thing? Sure. It's the thing where they were like, what if peanut butter and jelly was peanut butter and oats and jelly? Sure, I guess. I'm not inherently disinclined. Wow, that looks dense. That is different than what I was expecting. It's like a hockey puck. I was expecting just, a nice little cookie. All right, let's give it a go. I am calling bullshit right now. Look at this, right? Look at that. What does that image imply to you? That image implies to me that there's going to be this nice, very, solid, just inner layer of jelly filling, right? That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, I'm going to bite into this oat crust. Sure, what the fuck ever. I want to get to that jelly. That's the selling point here. Look at that. Look at that. That's not that. That's not that at all. It's just little, little pockets of it. It's just, baked into the oat bullshit, what the fuck ever. That's lame as shit. Bobo, you let me down. Okay, alright. I'm going to give Bobo a little bit of a pass. A little bit. Because I think that's kind of what they tried to do. It does seem like there is a layer of jelly. But it is definitely not well represented by that image. I was expecting this nice, goopy, delicious layer of jelly. And instead, it's just this, Kind of mostly hard, slightly squishy. Yeah. Yeah, okay, alright, I guess they kind of did what they... Alright. Well, we'll give it to them on a technicality. As far as the eating is concerned, it's not bad. It's very dense, like I said, but it does break apart relatively easily. Reminds me a little bit of, like an oatmeal raisin cookie. And I like oatmeal raisin cookies. In fact, I'm probably one of the few people on the planet you'll find who openly admit I like oatmeal raisin cookies more than chocolate chip. I know. I probably just lost half my subscriber count just by saying that. So I do kind of like that aspect of it. The jelly is nice when you get a decent amount of it, but it is nowhere near the prominence of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Like, let's get that straight. It's just the layer of jelly that you get, like I said, it's just this little sort of sliver. It's a little squishy, but it's not like, a nice kind of, jelly, kind of thing. The flavor itself is okay, but it doesn't have that vibrancy. It doesn't, it's not a bad experience, but trying to compare it against, like, an actual peanut butter and jelly, and just the fact that, I commend them for the oat thing that they're attempting or what the fuck ever, but the fact of the matter is, peanut butter and jelly goes better than oats and jelly. That's just a thing that I learned today, but I'm telling you right now, it just does. I'm not saying this is a terrible combination, but yeah, it's not a bad thing, but it's a thing that I don't know that it needs to exist. Especially with all, the huff and puff on the back with the, we were trying to blah, 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 blah. Look, you went over there, you had some extra oats, you had some probably expired jelly, you slapped it together, it's a thing, it's fine. I don't think it's a bad product, but yeah, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? No. And maybe kinda. There's nothing, all hyperbole aside, there's nothing I actively dislike about it, but there's also absolutely nothing I love about it. The best element of it, for me, is probably the oat element, because again, it reminds me a little bit of oatmeal raisin cookies. But instead of a nice, soft, delicious break apart, cookie, it's this kind of dense thing, and it's just, then again, the jelly isn't really, the idea behind it isn't inherently bad, but this is one of those things where you would want this made fresh. If somebody were to go over there and take this idea and make a fresh batch of it, where again, you could have that ooey gooey center and have that nice, warm kind of break apart, it would probably be really nice. But in a prepackaged type of situation, it doesn't really work that well for me. Again, I don't hate it or anything. I didn't dislike it for what it was. But do I feel like I ever need to have another one again? No. I just don't. If I'm recommending it, though, it's one of those things where it's is there a market for it? I mean, I guess. I don't know what that market is exactly. I mean, I guess maybe you could go over there, look up the nutritional value and shit. I mean, I kind of tore it, but let's try to see saturated fat, 20%. No trans fat, alright. 16 grams of sugar is a bit much for a single fucking, oat cake cookie, what the fuck ever. Because I was going to say, maybe you could go over there, toss it in, with your kid's lunch or something like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what the market for this is. I don't think it's a terrible product or anything, but it feels like it's in that weird purgatory state where it's who is this for? Because I don't know, I mean, I guess if you want gluten-free stuff or whatever, it's gluten-free, right? Yeah, all right, it's gluten-free, right? So there you go. If you really want a gluten-free snack, you could do way better, but you could also do way worse. That's about the best I can give it. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly proper peanut butter and jelly-tastic rest of your life. And if you're allergic or something like that, obviously don't do that. But, substitute in your favorite sandwich. I won't tell anybody. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your personal opinion on the classic peanut butter and jelly? I know that it's considered to be more of an American thing, it's not as ubiquitous around the world. But man, I grew up with a peanut butter and jelly, And again, I know there are people who have allergies and stuff. It's become more of an issue these days. But man, it's not something I'm typically these days I'm, more of a peanut butter and honey guy, if I'm being entirely honest with you. Highly underrated sandwich, in my opinion. But, like I said, peanut butter and jelly, I'm not against it. I'm a grape jelly guy, though. Okay? Don't come at me with that strawberry jelly. I will end your entire family line. Even if it tastes good. I don't care. Grape jelly. But what's your opinion?